Good morning, students. We are going to start a new chapter, that is your microorganisms, that is your friends or foe. So here, what are, first of all, what you should understand by the term microorganism. You can see a large number of living organisms around you. However, do you know that there is a larger number of living organisms around you and inside your body that you cannot see with the naked eye? So, organisms that are small and they can only be seen through a microscope are called microorganisms or microbes. So these organisms have a great impact on human in many ways. Some can illness, whereas other can cure diseases. Some supply with us with food, whereas others spoil food. So the study of a microorganisms is known as a microbiology. So scientists who study microorganism as a microbiologist. Where are microbes found? Most microorganisms hardly can be found in almost any kind of environment. They are found in the hottest of desert and in the coolest icy polar region. Some microbes live in cracks in the sea floor, and some microorganisms can even survive a volcanic eruption. So microorganisms are found in salt water, in a marshy lands, and even inside our body. Microorganisms are hardy because they form a hard outer covering called cyst around themselves. So they do this when the conditions are not favorably and search under extremely conditions of temperature and dryness. So they survive by remaining inactive with the cyst until the conditions are favorable again. So there are different types of your microorganisms. There are 5 types of your major organisms. We will talk about it. That is your bacteria, singular bacteria, and algae, that is single alga, and your protozoa, single protozoan, fungi, singular fungus, and your viruses, singular virus. Now we'll first of all talk about bacteria. So bacteria are the very among the simplest and very small living organisms. They are a single celled organism that can found almost everywhere in air, in water, in soil, and in the bodies of most other organisms including human beings. So bacteria are present in 1 gram of your garden soil also, and each bacterial cell can exist singly, but sometimes they cling together to form a chains or a groups. So they are found in different shapes, mainly 3 different shapes we will talk about. That is a rod shape, we will call it Bacilli, the spherical called Kochi, and spiral called Spirilla. Now we will talk about algae. The term algae refers to a simple plant-like organisms that have cells, wall, and chlorophyll with the cell. They make their own food by the photosynthesis. They have no roots, stems, or leaf. So almost your algae live in water, in ponds, lakes, and seawater. So some of your algae are found in snow and some in hot springs. So they also grow in moist barks of trees, rock surfaces, and algae can be unicellular or a multicellular. Now we will talk about your protozoa. So protozoa are unicellular organisms that have animal-like characteristics. So they can move from one place to another. They capture and eat food. And some protozoa live in fresh or salt water. So others live in soil. Some parasites that lives in the bodies of other organisms including human beings like amoeba, Giardia, paramecium are some examples of protozoa. Now fungi. Plants-like organisms that do not contain chlorophyll are called fungi. Fungi may be your unicellular or a multicellular. Your unicellular or a multicellular fungi, your yeast are unicellular, bread is mold is multicellular. Though the fungi are present everywhere from desert to very cold region, they grow best in dark, warm, moist places. Now we will talk about your viruses. Viruses are smaller than any known cells. So they are very small that they cannot be seen by the light microscope. To observe viruses, scientists use electron microscope, which magnifies an object to more than 20,000 times. So viruses do not have a cellular structure like other microorganisms. So viruses cannot reproduce by themselves. They respond to change or use energy or grow. This seems to indicate that viruses are not living organisms. However, when a virus enters the living cells of an organism, say a human, it is able to reproduce. So it uses the energy of the host cell for this purpose. After the formation of thousands of viruses, the host cell often dies. It bursts, the new viruses spread and invade other cells. As a large number of host cells die, the person falls ill. Since the reproduction is very important and characteristics of life, scientists regarding viruses as a link between living and non-living, and they have been placed on dividing the line between the living and non-living. So your first useful of microorganisms are in food and beverages industry, in making a medicine as well as skins, in agriculture, in cleaning the environment. So they are beneficial in making your curd, cheese, your in curd, one of the bacteria, curd contains a bacterium called lactobacillus. So it is a formation of your milk for a curd. Now we will talk about your making bread. Yeast plays an important role in preparation of food. Then you will ask making idlis, dosas, dokla. They are prepared from a mixture of a dal and rice which has been ground to fine paste, and the mixture is allowed to stand up for a few hours. So fermentation take place due to the bacteria present in the mixture. Same thing with the dokla also. Now manufacture of your alcohol and your alcoholic drinks, you must have seen during the fermentation of sugar by the yeast, alcohol is produced as the result. Now other uses of microorganisms in the food industries, they used in the seaweeds are used as a food in China and Japan, and some substances obtained from algae are used to thicken the food such as ice cream, jellies. Algae are important as the food for the animals such as you can talk fish or snails. Scientists believe that in future some algae can be an important source of food for all humans. They are experimenting on ways to make the algae tasty. So making of your medicine and vaccines, also bacteria and fungi are useful to make medicines like antibiotics. So these medicines kill or stop the growth of diseases causing microorganisms and hence are used to cure diseases. Penicillin comes from the species of mold called Penicillium, and your Streptomycin, Tetracycline and your Erythromycin are some other common antibiotics made from bacteria or fungi. So your antibiotics are also used to control some diseases of animals and in plants. Now we will talk about here in agriculture, some bacteria live in the root nodules of the plant such as the gram, pea, bean, etc. So these bacteria absorb the nitrogen of the atmosphere and convert into nitrates which serve as a natural fertilizers for plants. So in cleaning the environment also, some bacteria and fungi and protozoa help by decomposing the tissues of dead animal organisms to get their food. Without bacteria, piles or dead organisms would cover the earth. So when organisms decompose organic matter, they break down plants and animals tissues into a simple substances which are restored to the soil. Thus, the nutrients that were taken from the soil by plants and animals are restored and are used again by the living organisms. So, some bacteria decomposes sewage and other waste in water also. And since algae can be photosynthesized, they give off oxygen. It is thought that most of the oxygen that we have on the earth initially produced by the algae in the oceans. So some of your other useful of microorganisms, that is your certain bacteria and protozoa normally live in the digestive system of some animals such as cows, goats and sheep. They help the animals digest grass and plants by breaking down cellulose which the animals themselves cannot do. So bacteria are useful in tobacco, leather and jute industries. Now we will talk about your tanning. Tanning is also to make the animal skin into leather by treating it with the chemicals is done with the help of bacteria. And in the villages, animal waste, leafy waste, that is your from crop sector, decomposed by the bacteria in the absence of oxygen to produce methane, which is used as fuel, and it is one of the chief constituents of biogas. Now in the next class we will talk about the harmful microorganisms that cause diseases and they spoil the food also.